this is Maria with the Savvy Homeschooler Planner. Today I am going to go over how to reschedule plans, your lessons. And so what I'm going to do is I'm in the home page right now. Just to let you know, this is my own personal planner, and so it might look different than the planner template that you receive if you just purchase it. For once, it's black here, and the one that you get shows a white background. You can change that in settings right in here. You just have to go to settings and change the theme. So it's dark to light. Okay, so that's just another, just want to have that side note out there. All right, so in the home page, this is not the parent portal, but you can do this from wherever you have where it says assignments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assignments, and we are going through the 26-27 assignments. And this is just in case you want to reschedule lessons, you miss one, or you haven't even begun the course and you want to change the start date. So let's go ahead and start with the start date first. Let's just say you haven't even yet begun and you want to change when you're actually starting the actual course. So if you have not yet begun the course, this is how you will do it. So I am in the assignments page, and this covers everyone's assignments. Doesn't matter which student. You could see all of their assignments right here. Currently, in my own planner, I only have one student that I have planned so far and one course. It's a chemistry course, but we're not going to go here. So this particular block here is for just to see all the assignments at once. So what I really want to do is go individual students. So I have a student 1, and I want to change their assignment order, not the order, excuse me, the due date. So let us go here, and we haven't even begun chemistry yet, and so I'm thinking I have my original start date as August 31st, but what if I wanted to actually change it by 1 week? So because I have yet to actually start the whole course, I'm going to click on the actual course, which is up here, and I'm going to click it, and it's going to bring up a side menu, which is my high school course, and I'm going to scroll down where it says course start date. And see, it says August 31st. I'm going to click there, and I want to now move it instead of August 31st. Let's just move it to August 8th. Okay. August 7 is a Labor Day, so I deliberately did not start it on August 7. All right, so we have that down, and let's see. Let's see where we are with numbers. Okay, I have to change this really quick. Just pretend that this was at 12. Okay. So don't mind this at the moment. This is just something for my demo. I needed to reset it to 12. Okay, so right now I am going to show you, we have my start date. It went from August 31st, and because I changed my start date, it now is at September 8th. So now I have all my lessons going forward. Okay, well, let's just say on September 11, what if I wanted to take that day off to remember what happened on September 11, and we could just have that as a day of just reflection and not really do much? So I could have that as a potential day that I don't want to have any classes listed. So currently there is a class listed, a course, lesson assignment on September 11. So I want to make sure I skip it. So I'm going to go here. I'm in reschedule view. So you notice I have different views. This is for adding assignments. This is for scoring. This is if they're past due. And then this is to reschedule. And if you don't see the reschedule view, it might be here. If you click 2 more, you might find it in this particular way. All right. So I want to skip September 11. I want this Labster Lab to move forward to go on September 14. So in the reschedule view, you'll notice this column, it says shift lessons, and that's where I want to be. And I want to go to the September 11 row, and I want to go here, and I'm only going to move it to the next available school day. And I'm going to put the number 1. So it's just the next one. So now it changed to September 14. But this is also on September 14. Now I could keep this so I could have 2 lessons appearing on September 14, which will show up on my students' assignment page that they will need to do both, or I could move all of them forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one with the blue border. If I click out of it, there's no blue border. So you have to make sure there's a blue border around it, and there is. So there's the one. Then I'm going to take this open circle with my mouse and drag it all the way down. Okay, So now every lesson moved one day forward, and you got to know that their actual days of the week, they won't land on a Saturday or a Sunday, and they will only land on the actual scheduled days. So say you only did science on a Tuesday and Thursdays, these due dates would reflect a Tuesday, Thursday only schedule. The only time if you wanted to schedule it on an actual weekend, let's just pretend that we did not want it to do it on September 14, but I was going to have them catch up and do it, let's say on, let's go to September 14. So September 14 is a Monday. What if I wanted to make it so that they did the September 14 on September 13, which is a Sunday? I could actually choose that. And now, I'm going to click out of here. So this set date is for September 13. And I can make the rest of these lessons because I want them to follow the pattern. This is now September 13th. Okay, so if I took this one out, let's see what it says. If I took the one out, it won't change this, okay? And if I put a 1 there, it still keeps it September 13th. So this set date overrides when you hit the shift lessons here, okay? So if I wanted this September 13, that's a Sunday, then the September 14 will just naturally fall. This will be my Monday class, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know what I mean? So that's what those would do. Okay, so let's get rid of the set date. And we still want that to be a 1. Oh wait, I just got to clear it. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of this 1 there. So I'm back to normal now. So I got rid of my set date. I got rid of the 1 and it reverted back to the original due date of September 11. Okay, so now let's just say, no, I really wanted to keep September 11. I don't want to do it on the weekend. I'm just going to push it to the next Mondays, which is the 14th. And so all of these have to move one day. So let's move all of them. Okay, so we do that. And now notice that I haven't completed all my lessons planning because I like to do it 1 month at a time. I haven't even finished this month. And so I need to add, before I can add actual lessons, so this is the lesson column where you actually add the assignment names, I need to add more rows. So I'm going to add more rows. And I could do that by going directly onto this course right here, clicking on it. And it's going to open up in a side menu. I'm going to scroll down here. And it says my next lesson order will be number 12. And so if you look here, yes, it's following the order. So these are important. And let's just add 5 more lessons. Let's see. So I know this by heart. This is 1, this is 5, and this is 10. So this is 5. So it added 5 more lesson rows. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so we have, I'm going to just hit pause for 1 second. So now that I have my extra lesson rows, and what if I haven't had any extra lessons, this is a good time to skip one of these rows. So right now you see I have September 23. I also have September 23 here as well. So I'm going to skip adding any lessons into this row, row 12. And I will start my new lessons in here so I don't have to keep adding ones, okay? So I'm going to go here and I just want to go where it says, so my last lesson was lesson 11 and I want to do lesson 12. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to do 12, 13, 14. I'll just do that, 3 of them. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go into 13. So I'm skipping the number 12. And now I have my new lesson on starting again over on September 24. Let's kick out of there. And that way it resets it so that I don't have to continue to add ones to bump everything forward. So this works if you haven't had any lessons in between. If you haven't had all of your lessons inputted at this time. Now, if you have, you can certainly just do the 1 and then continue scrolling it all the way down, and that will bump every lesson forward. Okay, what happens if, let's just say, we skipped September 23. There was, okay, if you just also real quick, if you click on the September 23 due date, it just shows a formula, so that doesn't help you. If you need to see an actual calendar, just go right next door to it, right here. It's under set due date, right here, this column, set due date. And that kind of just gives you a calendar. So let's just look at the calendar, and let's just say September 23 is a Wednesday, and we're going to take that day off, and so we skipped September 23. Now we need to move that one forward. So all you need to do, instead of saying 1, now you need to move it 2 days forward. So if that was a 1, you just move that to 2. Okay, so now this is September 24, and this is also September 24. So what I want to do with this one is I think you want to, wait 1 second. 1 second, let's see. Okay, so say I skipped, let's say this was at, let's go back here really quick. And so this was September 23, and you wanted it to go to September 24. You want to do 2 days that you're skipping, so you're going to come here and you're going to hit 2. And now that changes it to September 24. But now we also have this, September 24, we need these to be September 25, 28, and 29. So what do I do here? Well, September 24, and if you wanted to go to the very next day, you have to, because this was skipped, there's no lesson here. Instead of putting a number 2 in this spot, you just go back to the number 1 and complete that like this. And we're going to highlight that. Okay. So now we are back on track again. So we had 2 here because we skipped 2 days. And those 2 days we needed to make sure that would match for the next week. Okay, so we had nothing here scheduled for the 23rd because that was a skip day. We're not going to do anything. However, now I don't have a lesson here on the 16th, and I want to stop. I don't want to have to keep putting 1s here, right? So again, whenever there's a blank row and you want to start over again without having to input these rescheduling numbers, you can just go ahead and we're going to add some more rows here. I'm going to go back into the course. I'm just going to add 5 more rows. And let's notice what number it starts at. It starts at row 17. So right here, we notice that, yeah, the next one will be row 17, so we're good. And we're going to come down here. I'm going to add 5 more lesson rows. Okay, let's get back out of here. Okay, and I just want to start, okay, so September 29 is good. I can add a lesson to September 30, and I can skip row 16, and just add my new lesson. So let's do that. Let's go. My last lessons that I put in here were lesson 2, Lewis diagrams. I'm going to escape here. So right here. So I want to make sure I get the next couple lessons. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to do create there, Control C. Okay, so I'm skipping this row 16, and I'm going to go down to row 17. Oh wait, excuse me. I have to wait for the blue. You have to wait for the blue border so it falls in place. There you go. All right, so now I'm back in order again. My last one was September 29, and then I skipped this row 16, and then I started again September 30, and now you see that we're back where it's October 1st, October, and now I'm going into October. So as you're planning, you can figure it out how you want to do this. And like I said, I don't always have to have the ones to readjust going forward. It just to start, if you have lessons already pre-planned, this is the fastest way to do it. Just put in how many lesson days ahead that you need them to go forward, and then just copy that same number as you go down. Let's see what else is there. Okay, yeah, that's it. And this is how you reschedule lessons and how to assure you that you are going to be on the right track. If you just skip a row, it just helps you to alleviate having to always push the one through all the way down. All right, hopefully that makes sense to you. If there's any questions, feel free to email me at support@thesavvyhomeschoolerplanner.com. Thanks for watching.